On the 17th of March, we are going to have another powerful and significant new moon in the zodiac sign of Pisces. When the new moon happens in the zodiac sign of Pisces, it is very powerful, it is very interesting, and it is going to have a very significant impact on us in such a sense that we are going to become very emotional. We are going to become very powerful when it comes to our emotions, but it's not only that, it's like very intuitive. This is a super intuitive time, super emotional time, which means that we are going to be able to connect to ourselves, to connect to our emotions, to connect to our feelings like there is no tomorrow. But it's not only about being emotional, it's not only about being sensitive, it's not only about the actual ability to connect to our emotions, to connect to our intuition, to connect to our psychic abilities. It's about the fact that once we actually get this type of energy, once we go through this type of energy, the reason why this is so significant and the reason why this is so powerful is because not only our third psychic eye is going to be enhanced, not only our intuition is going to be really enhanced, but it's the fact that this is going to let us, and this is going to give us a chance, an opportunity to dig deep into our emotions, to dig deep into our feelings, and to try to connect to things that we were disconnected from, to try to connect to things, feelings and emotions that we decided to bury really deep. We decided to bury really deep in our subconscious mind, deep in our emotions and things like that. So it's going to give us the ability to connect to our emotions, to connect to our feelings, and to finally deal with the problems that have been bothering us for a really long time, but we just didn't have the right energy, or we didn't feel enough confidence, or our self-esteem hasn't been that good and things like that. So this is why Pisces is going to be so significant, and this is why Pisces is going to play such an important role. When the new moon in Pisces, it's all about getting this power, getting this balance, and it's all about major beginnings and major endings, which means that there are certain things that are really going to come to an end, and this is going to be the realization. I'm not saying, oh yeah, on the 17th of March certain things are gonna straight away come to an end. I'm talking about the things that have been part of your life in a really long time. I'm talking about the things that are just now, these things that have developed into something else, these things that have developed into something different. Instead of making you happy, and instead of making you really positive, and instead of making you really excited about life, without even realizing, these things are actually kind of bringing your energy down, bringing you down and bringing you very low. And basically, and this on another hand has such an impact on you and on your energy levels without you even realizing what's actually happening. And this is why it's so important, because once we come across with certain problems that are actually dragging us down, that is bringing us down, that is not making us happy anymore. Once we come across with these problems, once we deal with it, then we just allow for the new energy in. We allow the new energy to come in, to come through, and therefore the whole new door is about to open. The new moon in Pisces is very important because it's going to bring a strong impact on our body and our emotions. It is going to be absolutely perfect time to maybe try to do some dieting if you just felt like you needed to change your diet. Maybe just focus on things that you eat, focus on your lifestyle, do you need to change anything? Do you need to meditate more? This is a lot going to be about meditation as well. This is why Pisces is so wonderful. New moon in Pisces is going to be so interesting because it's going to make us really deep. It's going to make what I say, when it's a new moon and when it's a full moon, it is not only that particular day that the energy is really powerful. This is what I say. 3 days before, on the actual new moon, and 3 days later, these energies are going to be so enhanced, which means we're going to feel very deep. We're going to be able to feel and sense this different dimension. We're going to find ourselves in a completely different dimension that is just going to have a really interesting impact on us. And especially when it comes to the actual dreaming. This is a lot about dreaming. Now, when I say dreaming, literally, this is the time when you will be dreaming a lot. And this is the time when your dreams are going to be very, very significant, you see? And on another hand, this is also going to be very powerful time because of the actual different type of dreams. The Pisces is all about dreams, the actual that we dream at night, and that are very significant, that are very psychic, that are very intuitive, because our third psychic eye is going to be really enhanced. But on another hand as well, it's about the dreams, like what we really wanted to do in our life, what we really wanted to do for a really, really long time. Try to connect, try to reconnect if you lost your sense, if you lost your ways, if you lost your direction. It is all about coming to an end with things that are not serving us anymore, and just allowing for this new beautiful energy to come through. It is time to act on your dreams. It is time to focus on your dreams. Imagine your dreams happening. Imagine yourself being on another side. Imagine, because this is a really important time of manifestation as well. New moons in general are very important. You see, every single full moon, new moon, I meant new moon. Every single new moon, it's absolutely brilliant time to start something new. Okay? Whatever you start and it's new, on a new moon, you're just going to give that extra chance. You're just going to give that extra ability. You're just going to give that extra energy. And instead of just taking its time to develop, when we start things in a new moon, at the time of a new moon, we just give that extra boost. We just give that extra chance, and everything just develops so much better because we're working with the moon energy. It is really, really brilliant because it's also going to make you feel like you have enough power to focus on things and to act on things that maybe you would normally feel like you need a bit more confidence and bit more direction. Now there's a certain feeling of energy, feeling of confidence, self-esteem. It's going to be very significant and very powerful, which is really interesting because again, the Pisces new moon is going to make us to dig deep and to face things that have been bothering us for a really long time, to face things that have been just dragging us down, knowingly or unknowingly. It is all about the actual power. It is all about the actual ability to dive deep into our emotions and sort huge problems out once and for all. It is really brilliant because, as I already mentioned, you see, it's a lot about connecting to us, our situation and our dreams and things like that. What else is going to be very interesting at this new moon in Pisces as well? Let me just say something. Don't forget, it's 3 days before on the actual new moon and 3 days later. This energy is really, really enhanced, okay? So it's all like kind of together come 6 days when these energies are going to be very, very powerful. It is the balance. Finally, we are getting balance back, and this is brilliant because lots of people, lots of signs have actually felt very unbalanced. Lots of signs would actually feel like there wasn't something right with the actual energy levels and things like that. So now the actual balance, this is going to be really good, and it's going to have a very important reflection around balance. And also, it is going to be absolutely perfect time if you want to start something legal, if you want to start something new, if you want to start something that has got someone else involved, where someone else is also involved who has to kind of make a decision. Any kind of court, any kind of new starts, any kind of new direction, please just do it at the time of the new moon because it's going to be absolutely brilliant. And this is one of the biggest messages, one of the bigger messages in this reading is the fact whatever you want to start, whatever you want to try, whichever direction you want to go, just wait for the new moon in Pisces and just go for it. It is the energy, it is the wiseness, it is the maturity, it is the whole different dimension that is just going to bring so many different things. So many new doors are going to be open around you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You will be able to notice flowers you don't normally notice. You will be able to sense the air that you normally don't sense. You will be able to smell the air that you normally don't smell. You will be able to connect to things, people, nature in a completely different way. Fantastic, wonderful. And it is going to feel that way because lots of us will want and feel like we want a new adventure. We want some kind of adventure. We want to start something. We want to do something. And this is just going to have an impact on every single one of us in so many different ways. We want adventure, 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 which means that the energy levels are going to shoot up and our excitement is going to grow. And our our excitement for life, our feeling for life, our energy is just going to be like really positive because the adventure, and the feelings that are about the adventure, having an adventure, are going to be very, very enhanced indeed. And also very important when it comes to love, very important when it comes to couples and things like that, because this is also going to be a positive time that is going to have an amazing impact on couples, amazing impact on feelings, emotions. We will feel very loving, and we will feel like we want to share our emotions, we want to spend the time with people. And it's not only about the couples and love, people in love, but it's also when it comes to friends. You see, this is going to be absolutely perfect time to spend some time with people we love, to spend some time with friends, and we will feel this feeling of like a belonging. We will want to belong somewhere. We want to go back to our roots. We want to check our people from childhood. We want to connect and reconnect to people from childhood, the people who make us happy, the people who we used to smile a lot, and we want to reconnect to the happy time in childhood. This is going to be very, very important. The stagnant time in your life, like for example, when it comes to the actual things, the problems that haven't been moving, deep problems, terrible problems, what I mentioned before, something we just keep locked at the back of our mind, are suddenly going to have the ability to have a swift change, quick change, new change with things that have been bothering us, which is on another hand going to make us feel very free. It is the sense of freedom, free spirit. Try this, try that, go towards this direction, go towards that direction. Very, very good indeed. And also almost every single one of us is going to have something very important happen on this new moon. Whether we realize this or not, whether it happens on the first day, whether it happens 2-3 days later, it depends. But big wish is going to manifest. And that big wish could be something to do with emotions, something to do with materialistic things, something to do with a new direction, something to do with a new job, something to do with a new wish, something to do with the new people in our life, something to do with the new situations in our life. It's a big wish. It's going to come through. Big wish is going to happen. And emotionally, this is going to have a wonderful impact because lots of other things are going to come to an end as well that have been driving us crazy and that have been preventing us to move on from square number 1 to square number 2 in our life. Sometimes we just wait for that moment to move on. Sometimes we just need that little push in order to move on. Sometimes things just happen out of the blue. And when they happen out of the blue, when we don't expect them, they are absolutely the best. And this is what you can expect when it happens, this new moon in Pisces. It is just going to unfold. It's going to bring so much to us, and it's absolutely wonderful. And also, we will have a sense, we will want to reward ourselves. We will have a feeling like we want to escape a little bit. You see, we want to a little bit of reward, a new direction. Not only escape, like a little holiday somewhere a couple of days away, but it's just kind of like a let's try a new direction. Let's try something new. It is going to be this sense of trying something new. It's going to be very, very enhanced, which is on another hand, as I already mentioned, make us really adventurous about life and make us very brave and very powerful with things that would normally like kind of make us a little bit scared, make us a little bit paranoid. You see, this is just going to flip, you see, and this is the balance that I'm talking about that is going to be very, very interesting, and with synchronicity that is going to come through, that is going to have an amazing impact on us. Also, a big stage in our life is going to come to an end. The big stage is going to come to an end, and this stage is going to come to an end in such a way that we will want to abandon certain stage in your life that you were like kind of very much focusing on, very much hoping that it's going to work and very much it's evolving like about 3 things like in total, and this is basically going to come to an end. So certain stages of our life is going to come to an end, and we are going to feel like, oh no, it's going to make us feel like a little bit emotional, you see. But now again, I'm talking about the different type of feelings, different types of emotions, because we are looking at things like through the different eyes. We are swimming very deep swimming like Pisces, you know, we are swimming deep through our emotions, and now we are very powerful, we are very strong and very emotional, and before we would be very upset about this, you see, we wouldn't know what to do, it would be like really scary. But now it's this power that is just going to make us to see, feel and sense things through the Pisces eyes, which means that the balance is going to come back. It's the sense of emotions that we will be able to feel and sense in a completely different way. Some kind of abandonment of the certain situations, certain stages in our life is going to come through, and that abandonment, it's going to be connected to illusion. We're going to realize that something was a little bit of illusion and something just simply came to an end. After that moment, it is going to be a contemplation as well that we are going to have. And that contemplation automatically it's going to involve like about a couple of things as well, which at the same time it's going to become a certain challenge. There's a challenge that we are going to have, there is a challenge that we are going to face, and that challenge is going to be completely connected to what you do now, to your finances, and also to your future and to your future planning. Because the good thing is, the good news is the fact that there is the whole new direction going to come through, and this is the bottom line as well. The whole new direction, the whole new stage is going to come through. So this is what I said, this is why the Pisces, the new moon in Pisces is just so important, because the whole new direction, the whole new stage, the whole new portal is about to be open. A whole new portal is about to start, and that new portal is just going to take us all over the place. That new portal is about to open, and once that portal opens together with the new moon in Pisces, it's going to be amazing, because lots of emotional confusion is going to come to an end. And emotional confusion does affect us in so many different ways without even realizing. It affects us, it affects our mind, it affects our work, it affects our energy and things like that. And this is why it's so significant to have this amazing, powerful, wise and strong energy of Pisces to borrow just a little bit of it around this new moon, because it is just going to make us realize really important things in our life, and especially when it comes to our achievements and what do we want to do next. It's going to help us to look at the whole big picture, especially when it comes to the future planning. Very important when it comes to the future planning. Just remember, it's what I always say, new moons are so important, new moons are so powerful, new moons are so significant. Oh my goodness, I said this before and I'm gonna say it again. Just imagine like if you are walking on the most powerful field, and you're having in your hands the most powerful seeds. As you're walking on that field, you're just chucking seeds, you're chucking seeds, you're chucking seeds, and you're chucking seeds. And each time you chuck the seeds away, each time you did this, each time you concentrate and you focus on what you want, because these seeds are going to grow into something very powerful and very significant indeed, and have got the ability to change your life literally, because this is going to reflect a lot what you do. And what happens at this new moon in Pisces is so important, so significant, so powerful, because this is going to have a direct reflection on your future planning, direct reflection on your optimistic future planning, on your excitement, new energy, new direction. Just remember, the new portal is about to open, and this portal is going to be very significant, one of the most powerful times this year when it comes to new things and when it comes to new beginning and when it comes to new energy. It's going to start, and it's going to happen with the new moon in Pisces, of course. And and also brilliant time for finances. Finances are going to improve, fantastic for financial situations, and lots of people will want to either go into the new stage, new level, new journey when it comes to career, finances, or lots of people are going to be thinking about a promotion and thinking about like what would be the next step, you know, and lots of people also will maybe who wanted to kind of leave work and change work, start new position, start new job. This is going to be the right time as well to do something like that, to start thinking about something completely different, completely new, and especially to try to focus on things that you wanted to do in a really long time, but you just didn't have a confidence, you just didn't have a self-esteem, you didn't have a power. This is the type of energy that is absolutely perfect to use now. This is how powerful Pisces are. Very, very powerful indeed, especially when it comes to us, to the actual balance, digging very deep into our emotions and see what the next step of our journey is going to be. And what else I was going to say, really important, you see, Moldavite. I highly recommend Moldavite. It is going to be very significant to wear something like this. It's called Moldavite, and it comes with a sterling silver, and you can buy this on my website. It also comes with a sterling silver chain. And Moldavite is absolutely brilliant, so powerful, and I highly recommend every single time when we have a new moon in Pisces or a full moon in Pisces. It's a very significant to wear Moldavite because it helps us a lot to enhance our third psychic eye. It helps us a lot to connect to our intuition. It helps us a lot to protect ourselves from all sorts of energy. But also on another hand, when it comes to Pisces and when it comes to the new moon in Pisces and when it comes to our ability to actually dream, to focus on our dreams, to get these dreams, you know, to get these psychic dreams and things like that, Moldavite is absolutely brilliant and absolutely perfect to wear this while you're asleep. Fantastic to wear at all times, but while you're asleep, especially when there is a new moon or a full moon in Pisces, it helps you to dream more. It helps you to dream a lot. It helps you to remember your dreams. It helps you to single out your dreams. It helps you to have a psychic dreams, and that's why the Moldavite is absolutely brilliant to wear at the time of the new moon in Pisces or at the time of a full moon in Pisces. Very, very interesting indeed. Prepare for a very interesting psychic spiritual journey with lots of signs and omen to see. Thank you ever so much for watching. Sasha Bonus in Psychic Medium.